Hi, Capricorn. This is Jeffrey. This is Ripecolor. This is your reading for December 11th through the 18th. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, press the bell for notifications. I offer private readings. Private readings are actually on sale until December 15th, and then the sale is going to end. I also have scarves on sale as well. It's on my community page, or you can just visit my website. So if you watch me before, I get little mini messages, and it's usually what's going on with me. And so I started with fire signs, and I was like, let me do earth. And then I realized I was hungry. And I was going to go to the Mercado, which is really close by. And I realized I had food in the house. And so I put it in the oven. And what it really came was how profoundly important it is to take care of yourself, physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, whatever that means. And but I feel like it's very physical. And I'm really grateful that I know how to cook. I really am. And also, like, I could have gone to the Mercado, and it's very inexpensive there, don't get me wrong. But I really want to get on with the videos and like make a lot of progress. And eating my own food and feeding myself it's very profound to be able to do that. Even if you can't really cook, at least if you're preparing something for yourself and, like taking the physical action of feeding yourself, it's really very important. And it's also important, this is why I'm getting a whole thing, to eliminate the things that aren't good. I'm not saying like if you eat a processed cookie or six, once in a while, it's fine. But like to eat garbage every day is not taking care of yourself, to like not getting enough sleep, not taking care of yourself, to be in stressful situations that maybe you can lessen. What I was getting is there's always situations, not always, but a lot of times there are situations, maybe a social situation or etc., that it's like, I don't like this. It makes me nervous. It makes me uneasy. I'm not comfortable. Then don't do it. Then don't do it. Like, it's as simple as that. Or, sometimes, let's say, it's your family and you kind of have to see them, if you feel like you don't really have to. But just like it's important what we put in our bodies and how we take care of our bodies in terms of enough sleep, maybe exercise, or and the food, it's important what we surround ourselves with. What am I surrounding myself with? Am I surrounding myself with beauty, with kindness, with nourishment? And nourishment is not just food. Nourishment is your soul nourishment. Am I listening to music, or am I watching something that makes me uneasy? Or am I watching something that makes me feel calm, loved, curious? That's what I have to say. It's a whole little book. There's a whole book today. All right. I think it's a water guy. I don't know if you can hear it. There's always sounds in the background here. They wait for me to do the videos. So it's like I can't even, I'm not even upset anymore. I get a kick out of it, actually. Sometimes. Wow. All right, Capricorn. I mean, it's like, wow. I mean, we start the ever famous tower. And, the tower is like a complete change in structure, a complete change in what what we relied on, what made us feel safe, like that there's something has shifted and changed. And look, I've been through many tower moments in my life. The tower comes in to shake us up, to help us to realize that our foundation, that we need to plant our feet somewhere else. That we need to plant our feet somewhere else. Let me just say that. Then I get the Six of Wands. This is support. This is support, right? It's victory. It's support. It's like, yeah, it's support, admiration, like being beloved. It's the card of Hollywood, and it's persevere. And then I get the Three of Swords. So so speaking personally, when grief comes, it comes up to be healed and brought into the light. That's what it comes up for. It's to come up because you're a bad person, or because it's what you deserve, or because the world is unfair. It comes up to be healed, to be made whole, to be tended to, mended, washed, loved, comforted. Mm-hmm. New direction. The tower is a kind of a karmic card. It kind of comes in. It's like we might not see it coming, but our oversoul sees it coming, and it's like, okay, I gotcha. Don't worry, gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. And we're going to go through whatever we go through, and then a new direction opens up, and blessings open up, and hope, and inspiration, and okay, I'm going to get real personal now. I'm 59. I'm gay. I lived in New York my whole life. I've been gay. I kind of never had to come out, and I buried a lot of people. And I'm HIV negative, which is a real miracle. But a lot of people, in the 90s that were my age, or a little older, a little younger, um, you know, like, sorry, darling, you got HIV. And some of them, it's so interesting how it affected, each of us collectively and individually. Some people, when you're really faced with your own mortality, when you're young, and you could sort of see it coming. It's not like you're in a war and it's like maybe the bullet will hit you and maybe it won't. It's kind of like a slow moving bullet in a way. And then once you get hit by that bullet, I don't know how else to describe it. Some people, got hit over here, say, I don't want to offend anybody. I'm just telling you, it's a metaphor. It's got hit over here, and then they're like waiting to die, right? And then other people got hit over here, or somewhere like, they're like, boy, these last 15 minutes that I have, or this last half an hour, I'm going to make it the most exciting, the most interesting, the most outrageous, the most creative time of my life. That's a choice sometimes we have in the Tower. That's the choice in the Tower. Because every card is a choice at the end of the day. Do I know that I'm loved and supported by spirit? And that whatever grief comes up can be healed, can be changed, can be metamorphosized. Because the stars are with me, because there's hope, because a new balance is coming, because there's a new direction that leads to a lot of opportunities. I listen. I listen really, really carefully. This is the fourth time it's come up. You're only mine. I think it's the fourth time. It's either the third or the fourth time. You're my fourth sign. The King of Cups is the great listener. The King of Cups listens with his heart. He listens with deep, profound emotion, compassion, sensitivity, intuition. And for me, the King of Cups, he's a wonderful listener to other people, but what he listens to most is his own heart, his own feelings, his own sense of compassion. Wow, you're evolving. Um, for me, the fire is but one example, right? So I had a fire, and if you're new here, there was a fire in my apartment. It's a long story, but anyway, I was there for the fire. I lost everything, blah blah blah, and I'm here living in Mexico City, building a new life. And what a gift, In the past, the few months, you know, have been weird. I wasn't vibrating with my life and where I was living and how I was living in New York anymore. I really wasn't. And I was aware of it, but it's like, your life is, one day in front of the next, and you have this thing going on financially, have this thing going on, and it's like, okay, well, I'm here and this is what it is. And I it wasn't even in my mind to like, so it pushed me to, it challenged me into my own light. It challenged me into into really where my soul wanted me to be. And it was, uh, refugees aren't dressed well, right? And that's how I sort of showed up. And and believe me, it's still an adjustment. I'm still adjusting every day, but it was a blessing because I wasn't vibrating there anymore. I just didn't belong there anymore. I didn't belong in that apartment. I didn't belong in New York. I didn't realize that until I was here, until I really made a decision to like plant my feet here. I just didn't, right? And sometimes it's like that in a relationship. Sometimes it's like that in a job. Sometimes it's like that in your body. She got you. She got you. And new stuff is coming. New opportunity. This is like one of the best cards in the deck. And you're evolving. You're evolving as a soul. You learned that lesson. You learned the lesson, you know? And you're going to have to go deep within and find your light and let your light guide you into something new that's more expansive, where you can manifest what it is that you'd like toward wealth, toward a dynasty, toward something that lasts. The magicians come up a lot too. Wow. You have three tens. You have three tens. 10 is completion. It's completion. It's like the thing about tens is that it's complete. It's sort of like, let's say we're in a relationship with somebody and I don't know, one or the other, you cheated, or you just completely split apart. It's like, oh, we're going to be friends now. It's completed. Don't try to, go back and make something that, that ain't there. It's completed. It's like, like if you had a business and the whole thing burned to the ground, and it's like, well, it was a blessing. Maybe now you can do. Maybe you can move to the place you wanted to move. Maybe you can actually start a business that you really wanted to start. Maybe that business is already going downhill. I don't know how else to say it. It's completed, and I have an ace, a new beginning, and that's the clearest ace out of all the aces. Are new beginnings are one, and then the thing about this card in particular is that out of the whole deck, this is the clearest road in the whole deck. Here, all you need to do is walk straight ahead. It's a yellow brick road. All you need to do is walk straight ahead. It's a new opportunity. It's clear, obstacle free. And I know for myself in my life that sometimes I'm trying to make something happen, or I'm trying to do some sort of business thing or whatever, or a relationship, whatever it is. And then you just keep on hitting the brick wall. You keep on hitting the brick wall. Like maybe the answer is no. And so overall in Mexico, I'm totally in the flow. Like I got the lawyer, I got the temporary visa, I got the apartment, like it all just, and I mean, I put effort into it, but it was like, oh yeah, sure. Oh yeah, sure. Oh yeah, sure. So that's what the Ace of Pentacles is about. Obstacle free. It's like, oh, well, I'm going to drive to this and this city, and I know there's going to be a lot of traffic and la la la. And it's almost like you get on the road at like 1 in the afternoon, or like at a time of this traffic, and you're the only one on the road, or there are very few other cars on the road, and the sky is clear. It's not a hilly path. It's scenic but not hilly. Go figure. You got me. It's like that. Oh, it's going to be windy, it's raining. No, none of that. It's a clear, beautiful day. It's a clear, beautiful day. All right. Um, a foundational change that you're being supported through, that you will persevere through, that your grief will be healed through, because you are eternal and you can manifest whatever it is you want, whether it be wealth or dynasty, through using your intuition, seizing the opportunities that are in front of you toward a new direction. You have evolved as a soul. Your light is leading you and has been leading you toward expansion and satisfaction. Should be a very rich week, Capricorn. Blessings.